for you for a thought for the day. I like to be the most positive person, but sometimes, you know, things happen that kind of get us thinking. And one of the things that's happened recently that's got me wanting to make this video for you is about do you live or do you exist? Ask yourself the question. I have been quite touched over the last few weeks with the news of the poor tragic Tony Nicholson, the guy that was seized from the neck down with the lock neck syndrome from having a stroke. And it got me to thinking, do you live or do you exist? Because they talked a lot in the news up to the time where unfortunately Tony passed away, telling us about you know, the battle that he had with the courts and the strain and stress that must have put his family under, let alone, you know, the fact that he was of complete sound mind, locked in his own body. So I ask you, do you live or do you exist? Because there's a lot of people that just function, that don't actually live their life. And a lot of the reason for that for a lot of people is because they're kind of controlled by money and the things that they can and can't do. So I really, really encourage you to think about what I'm saying here, and to think about your life, and to think about, you know, do you do the habitual thing of getting up, going to work, coming home, eating dinner, you know, maybe going to the gym, watching a bit of TV, going to bed, getting up, going to work, coming home, eating a bit of food, going to the gym. You know, what does your life actually look like? And if today was going to be the last day that you ever had, could you, hand on heart, say that you've made the most of everything, that, you know, you've done that bucket list, that you've seized every opportunity? And that's what I really encourage you to do. I really encourage you to kind of carpe diem, you know, seize the day. If there are things in your life that you haven't done that you really want to do, get on, do them now, because do you know what? Tomorrow is the most precious thing that you can ever have, because it's the one thing that you just don't know is actually going to come. So, you know, as I said earlier, I'm not a negative person. I'm also not morbid, but I'm no stranger to death. You know, I've buried a lot of people in the 37 years that I've been on this planet, and, you know, it never gets any easier. You just learn how to live with it. But what it's made me think is it's made me think of all those people and all the missed opportunities that potentially they had, because, you know, quite a lot of them died at a young age, and, you know, they just didn't really do the things that they could have done with their lives and seize the opportunity. So I really, really want to encourage you to do that, and I really want to encourage you to live and to not exist. There's too much that goes on in this world on a daily basis that could get us really, really pissed off and down. So just ignore it, but make sure that you absolutely make the most of every single day. Because let's face it, Steve Jobs couldn't even buy tomorrow, could he? You know, he was one of the wealthiest people on the planet, but it was something that he couldn't do because money couldn't do that. So whilst money affects absolutely everything in our lives, so do you. So do something different, seize the day, and make a change today. Let me know how you get on. Speak to you soon.